right, I believe I am live. So I'm going to go ahead and start the talk now. Otherwise, I'll be looking like a fool staring at the camera. So here I am. You guys got to give me a moment. All right, it looks good. If I am not live for whatever reason, just go ahead and let me know what's wrong. All right, so it says I have some kind of data problem. I figure I go live because I haven't been on in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and go live, talk to you guys, see what's up. I got, oh, that's me. Yeah, write in the comments. I believe I can see the comments. And let's do it, man. I'll be on here for the most part as long as you're on here. So if you have any questions or whatever, you want to just chat about whatever, put it in the comments and we can go ahead and chat and get down. But if not, then I'm out of here. Anyway, so let's look at what we got going on, man. It was just a terrible day, you know. I haven't even been paying too much attention to it because I'm just like, oh man, I don't even know. I don't even know how to call it. I mean, so, you know, the Dow, everything for the most part opened up flat today. And then, of course, that magical 2 o'clock hour, we give it up. And I kind of figured that in a way, not 100%, because the 10-year, right? Everything was, you know, they was always talking about the 10-year yield, you know, stocks is trading with, you know, so if the yield is going up, you know, stocks are going down, and if the yield is going down, stocks are going up. It's been like that for a while, right? But now the yield was down, and now stocks are down. So that's bullshit. Now, so what's some other bad news? All right, so the COVID, so we're not gonna be running around going to parties anytime soon because over there in Europe they kind of having lockdowns again. So I guess that's why. We're down. I know my booking is down, just getting killed in that, and a lot of those travel stocks are down. But here's my whole take on that. Okay, so it takes a month or two. Bottom line, all the vaccines are out. It's coming. You know what I mean? So I don't know. As long as it's not no new strain that kind of comes out and then these vaccines don't work for it. Oh my God! Let me tell you something. If that would have happened, sell everything. Oh man, I got Jewelry Box in the house and Mr. JRH. Oh, what's up, both of y'all? Jewelry Box is shopping. I don't know what you're doing, Mr. JRH. So anyway, here is what's going on. We just kind of look at it. Y'all know I look at this stuff too, you know. And then if you look at the heat map, there's a lot of red on there. You know, if it wasn't for Apple, Microsoft, Google, the big boys, even Netflix was up nice. You know, you would be like, man, it's just red all over the place. But it's weird that some of those big boys was up. I guess because the bonds, the yield was down. So, but it, you know, it didn't help everybody. Like Apple was down, Tesla was down, Facebook was down. Facebook's been a hot stock lately, you know. So Nvidia's down, Qualcomm. So I don't know. Maybe Amazon's up because of the stimulus, right? People's gonna be shopping on Amazon. Maybe Google's up because of advertisements, more ads, right? Businesses trying to come back. You know, Microsoft. I don't know. Microsoft's always up. I guess Adobe was up, and they reported into earnings after the bell, and they killed it. So let's look at that real quick. I mean, these guys beat on top line, they beat on bottom line, they raised guidance. I mean, they did everything you want to do. So I think that could be a key to the market. So here we are. Let's pull up Adobe. See what's going on here with Adobe. All right, so they closed at 460. Right now the bid ask is 463. So just up a little bit. What's going on right there? Okay, I'm just looking at my little graphic being frozen. I think it's gonna go away. So yeah, they just up a little bit after the bell, but I'm interested here because they did everything that you're supposed to do as a company, and they are down from the September high, late August, September high to now. They're down 15%. So if they do everything that they want you to do as a company, and they kind of still go down, I don't know what that's got to say for the rest of the tech stocks, regardless what the 10-year is doing. All right, so let's pull up the 10-year, and let's look at that real quick. Cashmatic, thanks for joining me, man. I got all my regulars in here. Appreciate you. 10-year, right? So here's the yield. And you can see what was happening. The reason why stock was going down. But if you look at that little red dot, let's go to the daily so you can see it better. Let's do weekly. We're down. We came down. It's down 2% today. It's 1.63 on the yield. So I don't know what's going on with that. You see, we pull up TLT, and you can see how it rose today, which should be good for the tech stocks or the market in general. And I don't know. That didn't matter today. So that's what kind of got me going, you know, this whole thing, this trending down. We was going down in the market, then sideways. We started to get a little traction in the market, then we broke through, and then we started going down in the market. So I'm seeing this, but not what's going on, you know. So that part has got me fooled. But you know what? There's still a lot of bargains out there. And let's see something here. Do I look good in the corner? Yeah. There's still a lot of bargains out there. And I think Adobe actually could be one of them. I mean, that earnings was fantastic. You're going to have to go check it out. Gamestop. Mr. JRH. They reported today. They are up. Oh, they're down now. Okay. So they're down in the after hours about, what is that, about 6% or so? So they closed at 181. Earnings was terrible compared. Remember, they was up 6%. I think same store sales, but last year's sales was terrible. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? So 175% I think on online, you know. But at first it popped. I think it almost went to 200, and I guess it gave it up. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, I think it went as high as 198 in the aftermarket. Now it's at its low for the most part at 171. So this thing has been trending down. I've been watching it ever since that quad witching, Mr. JRH. And man, I don't know if we jinxed it or whatever, because the thing has just been going straight down since. This is the daily, yeah, for the most part that whole week. And, you know, we didn't really get that pop he was expecting. And my thing is, I'm telling you, I just don't know of any advantage of the witching. I know, I guess you can look at the almanac trade and you might get some things in there, but I don't know. In my experience, it's not like I got all kinds of experience. I don't know. I never knew any kind of trick or trade. All I know is stocks do tend to pin, but that's every expiration for the most part if it's trading around a nice round number or strike that supposedly has a lot of open interest connected to it, and, you know, it might pin there. That's all I know. And then it starts extreme volatility. So I don't sell. I don't really make any. What I do is I don't really make any extreme decisions like, oh my God, I got to get rid of this. I can't believe it's getting killed on those kind of days, because I know it just could just be the whole options and everything expiring, kind of bugging out the stocks or whatever. So I just kind of try to sit on my hands that day, you know, and then see what's going to happen till Monday. But I tell you what, today I wasn't able to sit on my hands. I actually capitulated in a couple of things. You said I'm echoing? Game. Am I echoing everybody? Cashmatic says I'm echoing. Let's see if it's him or is it me. Yeah, that's all I know. So that's GameStop. What did I kind of get? I gave up IBB today. That just got killed. The AstraZeneca news, I think, might have been some response for that. What's coming out data on some old that this company, boy, don't get that shot. Don't get that one. I don't know. I don't trust those guys. The governments are trying to make us like, yeah, it's good, you know, but I don't know, man. I don't know. They just don't seem reliable. I remember they first test, they was talking about, I can't even remember, they accidentally gave 2 doses or 1 dose. I don't know. They're just a mess, it seems like. So, and now they're still a mess, you know, with the data. And let me see what they came in, AZN. That is AstraZeneca, right? Yeah, there it goes. Down 3.52%. That's not too bad. It's not too bad, I guess, under the circumstances. But look at this thing. Ever since July, it's been straight down. So from the July top to now it's down 24%. There's a lot of bargains out there to be had. AMD, man, it's one of them. Did I give up my AMD? I don't know. I'm just not. I think I gave up some. I can't remember which one it was. But from the high, even though it's still kind of on that support to where right now, it's down 20% for the most part. So here's a deal if you believe in AMD. And I believe in it, but I don't know. I just, this market is just making me really question a lot of things now. So it almost looks like it wants to develop a head and shoulders up here, and maybe it blows through. Now you can look at that picture right there. Let me zoom in for you guys. It doesn't take any kind of technician to say, well, if that thing breaks through, where are we going to fall to? And that'll be right there, right here above all of this former resistance, that's now support. So, this thing could go down to 60, right? So I'm just not feeling it. It needs to bounce here. You can see we bounced. We did take a little bounce, but it didn't. It was kind of lame, right? It was like bouncing a feather off a mattress or something. It was just lame. So, you want to see a bounce? Here's Amazon. Show you what a bounce looks like if I'm right. There we go. That's a bounce. That's what bouncing or support should look like. Just going straight up. Let's see. How do I get rid of that drawing? There we go. See, just come down and up. I want to see something like that, like it did here, kind of here. And that whole AMD bounce wasn't liking it at all. I'm going to pull up my favorites. So if you got something you want to go ahead and talk about, let me know. Only when you go to the chart. No echo. Oh. Okay, give me a minute. I think I can fix that. Which chart? This chart with me in the corner? Or the chart without me? Am I echoing now? Or now am I echoing? One of these two I gotta be echoing. Which one is it? I can fix that, but I won't go through it right now, but thanks. One of the things about going live. Only when you go to the chart. No echo when you're on the screen. Okay, I'm gonna keep this screen up then. I'm gonna keep this one up. I think this is the one you're talking about. That's good. All right, so what was I talking about? Yeah, seen the video. What, I got the fibs drawn. Wow. I don't even remember drawing this, but here it is, Fibonacci. And if you look at it, the 223 point, your second one. You're going to have to write it in a complete sentence, Mr. JRH. I kind of don't know what you're saying. What second one? This one with me on the screen in a corner? Is this the good one? Is this the good one? Or is this the good one? Right, or is this the good one with me not on the screen? So good not on the screen? Or is it good, not that one? Or this one? I got a couple of different setups, as you can see. I'm going to go with this one. I think this is the one y'all talking about. I need to get centered on the damn. There we go. That looks better. All right, so, yeah. I don't know why I got this pulled up. Probably trying to, I don't know, man. You can see support right here, but, man, these things, they like to go to the 50% mark, 61.8. So can the video go down to 310, 367? It can. It's been pretty weak, and I'm heavy in this one. So I'm getting my ass kicked in the video. This was all good right here. I was like, yeah, everything's, and then boom, you blinked, and it's just down. I'm like, what? That just seems to happen a lot of me. Now, y'all know I've been talking about Booking. Now, Booking's been killed because actually was breaking out to all-time highs just a couple of days ago. And let's pull up the daily, I guess. See what happened here. Let's clear all of this stuff out. Right here, just a couple of days ago, breaking out to all-time highs. And now it's already down 10%. Unbelievable, right? So to the low today, it went to 11% down in 6 days, for the most part, since Friday or whatever. Last Thursday, Friday. No, today's Tuesday. Last week this time. And so you blink, and it's like, what? I'm down 10%? Huh? What? What? I still believe in it, but damn. I mean, so it's unbelievable. And I actually sold the call up here. Um, the next day I got out because the call made me $2,500, right? So the one I sold, I was like, I'm gonna buy it back. It's not. I'm thinking it's gonna kind of hover around this area, but it kept going straight down. I should have held on to that call. Might have made 8,000 or something like that. So unbelievable. So I took a little pain, actually a lot of pain coming on this downtrend, but I did get 2,500 worth for the most part. When it first started to slide, I was covered. And a lot of volume coming in. I still think this is the place to be. They got some Bank of America upgraded it. I mean, you could see the signs of the pent up demand, like in Miami. You just see the signs of us wanting to just get out there. So I really do believe in it. So I'm not worried. I'm just gonna be in. I'll just lose all my money if it somehow doesn't go up from here. But I like the Booking and Airbnb, and they both pulled back. All of these travel stocks pulled back hard today. This was down 4%, but for the most part, it's coming. Freedom is coming. So I still like them, and I think actually on any pullback that they are buys. You said you're good when you're on the screen. Perfect. I'm gonna stay just like this. Gotcha. And I'll work on that. I think I got one of my two mics going at the same time on that other screen. And since I can't see good, I can't be squinting at the screen when I'm trying to make a video. So I'll just leave it like that. So here's Airbnb. Look at that. Wow, just been trending down like that. I'll tell you what though, when this thing rips, it rips. I mean, this thing be having 5% up days, 8%. Look at the volume here coming in. I thought we was off to the races right here. And no, look at that, gave it right back. So that says a lot. Look at that volume coming in. This is a 15-minute chart. Yeah, you can see that. Look at that. Just looks like just see buyers, sellers buy. Yeah, just it's hanging in there though. But if I can I draw a head and shoulders here? I don't know. It's a sloppy one, but it's kind of one, which that means it would break down or break below that support. But I don't know. The technicals have not been working, in my opinion, like they should. And I guess because of the 10-year, I don't know. And that's why the title of this video is it got me flustered. It's kind of like, okay, so we're going down. I mean, are we going? And then the VIX. Let's pull up the VIX. The VIX broke 19. I wanted to do a video that day. You can see we're kind of. We're below that 20. We're tagging it. We're in there. We're coming in, and it keeps bouncing up through there. But yet we're going down. Even though the VIX is coming in, meaning less nervousness. People are selling. People are not buying puts. They selling puts. They don't want any protection, but yet the market is kind of getting volatility. We just call that some volatility. So generally, it seems like it should be the other way around. Now, I know we can have these kind of days as we get low because we're comfortable, but I don't think anyone's comfortable. I think we all still a little scared. But anyway, I mean, the VIX it's breaking at 20, kind of like I predicted, but what I didn't predict that the market would be going down. I thought we would kind of be going up as we break into 20, but we're going down. But right now, here's the price. It's up here, but the trend is still down, right? So that gray area, if you understand, that's the 20, right? So we're kind of in there, and now we're out. As soon as we go in, we pop out. As soon as we go in, we pop out. I guess when we come in, I guess that's the time to buy puts, pop out. But one of these days, and I don't know what it's going to be, we're just going to hit that 20. We're just going to go, boom, 10% down. It's going to be like 17, 16. It's just going to just drop. So I don't know when that's going to be. It's kind of like skipping a rock on the water, just and if you pull out to the monthly, yeah, look at that period of time where it's just not below 20. That in itself to me is amazing. That is over right now, over a year. It's being elevated like that. So I mean, that's kind of incredible right there. So Yeah, but the trend, you see my little arrow, it's still down. We're just kind of skipping around on that support. And when we bounce, it doesn't seem like when we bounce, meaning going higher, it doesn't seem like we go extremely high and we just come back down. But as we coming down, the market hasn't really been ripping up. Well, that one day was pretty good. It was a couple days ago. I think the Dow was up 600. Yeah, that was pretty good rip. But you know what? There wasn't a lot of participation. It was just weird, if I remember. I didn't do a video that day as well, I don't think. I wanted to do a video that day. But yeah, that got me flustered. Flustered. The title of this video. Zoom. I don't talk about it much, but since I guess they feel we're back indoors, right? you know, gosh, what's that word I'm looking for? Basically, yeah. What is it when they lock us up? Whatever that word is. We're doing it again. And so, Zoom was up 3.43% today. It had a solid day, but from the highs to where it is now, it's down 43%. So if you believer in this, even after today, you can still get in it if you're a believer. If I clear all of this stuff out, and then you could see where, well, maybe it's a little, I guess I was going to say we bounced right off support here, but I would actually more call it here. Actually, I guess we just have to kind of call this one a range and be right in there. And we're kind of bouncing off, and maybe it could turn here, I'm hearing more people saying they're going to stick to Zoom. Listening to the news and, business travel is not going to be the same. Zoom is going to be around. So my thing is with Zoom, and part of it is not that it's going to be, we're going back to work, so therefore no Zoom. It's just that so many other people do it. It's the Cisco and the Google and Microsoft, and I think there's Facebook, and still got the Skype, and, there's so many different ways to do it. But Zoom is the one that's sticking, so I don't know. That's what makes me just go, oh, Zoom, And when more and more people do it, you could do it for free on the other platforms, I believe. I don't know how long, it just seems like it's just not sustainable, them growing and even making money and people wanting to pay more for it, Yeah, so that part I don't get, So that's Zoom, but that's just me. Who am I? Teledoc. Amazon's getting into the telehealth. I think that's huge, actually. And is this where it tanked right here? No, that was last week. But look at that drop. This looks like it wants to go further down. See, and this is basically what I mean in Zoom. There's like no moat here, right? So, Amazon gets in things they usually crush their competitor. Other people can do this. There's even other companies doing it. I just don't know the name of it. But, it's just it's just not unique. It might just, I don't know. I don't know how to play it. But the stock is saying that's a vicious decline right there. Zoom wasn't even that vicious. So that looks like it actually wants to go a lot lower because there's the pole, right? It's your bear flag I'm about to draw, and here's the flag, right? That one is obvious. So I think that extends out a little bit more sideways and then drops again. Look how it just came in, crashed into the support and just went sideways. Didn't even bounce for the most part, just sideways, and then, this seems like it's going to give it up. Look at today's action. It couldn't even hold any kind of highs. So, yeah, it's down 1.79. Not bad, though, because those other stocks down worse. How about ARK? Kathy Wood's fund. She made a call on Tesla yesterday. Upgraded to, 3,000 a share in 2025, I think. Pull up Tesla first, I guess. And I thought we was going to have another Kathy Woods bottom, right? It makes the call. Everybody's bullish. And what was that, yesterday? And then everything, I can't even remember. So, it didn't last, So, we got a little bounce here, but it looks like it almost wants to kind of stall, right? Just kind of maybe come back down. I don't know. It's a little too early to tell. But if you look in here, we needed to kind of get above this 710 area right there. We need to see it go through here. Otherwise, it's not going to do it. So I think that's the area you want to keep an eye on right now. 662. That is 40 points away. That's huge. I actually sold a weekly put on this, a weekly put spread. I think it was the 600 595 for $50. Let's see. I mean, this stock could be there tomorrow. So let's see. And that's another thing. I've been selling put spreads on the SPY weekly, short 5 days. I'm trying that out. I don't know why I'm trading my changing my strategies, but it just seems like with the premiums high that I might be able to get away with it. So far, it's been working for the last couple of weeks. Now I'm in heavy. I've been going heavy and heavy every week, and this week's kind of been bad. So, well, it's good, but it could be bad, as you can see what's happening. I think the closest delta I have to the money, I've been selling like the 11, the 12, 13, and now I got one that's 27 delta. So tomorrow, if the market, I got to get rid of it. If the market doesn't go up, I'm dumping that one. I don't want to risk it getting any higher for the most part. That's the thing about the spreads. They work. When you sell credit spreads, they work. Some people say it's even because like if you sell a credit spread that's going to get you 90% chance of working, a success, right? So it'll work 9 out of 10 times. But that 10th time, you could lose all the money that you made from the 9 successful trades. So they say it's like a wash. So the key to trading credit spreads is you can't have a max loss. You can't max loss. Okay, so that's the key. And so anyway, that's what I want to avoid. I'm not trying to max loss, and then it could work. It could work out. So yeah, I've kind of been experimenting with that with the SPY. And I just because these stocks are just getting, and I'm still long term. I just got rid of this. Like I got rid of the IBB. Did I bring that up too? Yeah, we talked about the IBB. What else did I dump? I dumped some other stuff. I should have wrote them down. But there's Tesla. So and then we can pull up ARK. I pull up ARK because this is the biggest ETF with Tesla. I think it's over 10%. And, a lot of people want to own this. Down 32% at the low. Right now it's down 23%. So nice little bounce off the low. But is it going to hold? It just looks a little weak. Stochastic looks good. Looks like it wants to turn. Just looks a little weak. I don't know. Don't know. That's that. So I'm just going over some different stocks. Let's pull up NEO, see what's happening on that. Yeah, see how NEO looks like it did make that turn, right? It looks like it went up and made the turn to come back down. And I think that's what Tesla may do. But Tesla didn't make that turn yet. See, he's kind of a little stronger than NEO. How about one of the ETFs, the EV ETFs? Look at that. It's not too bad, but it's at the verge of breaking. Still good. It's still good, but you gotta be careful. Sideways action is good, but where we just pulled up NEO and Tesla, kind of like, hopefully it don't break because this looks like it got a long way to go before it reaches support. That's dry. What's that other one? That's I don't know. I tell you what, I'm in the Albemarle, that a lithium play. Disappointed in this thing. I mean, I know it shot up like a rocket, but I think when it came down here, I think this is where I took a position, a long-term put spread or call spread. I can't remember which one it was, but it's just been straight down. So from the top of this to the bottom is down. It was down 30%. Right now it's down. Well, from the top to the bottom, 22.5. So this is a deal. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, all these EVs need lithium. That's it. I think that's actually the way to play them. They all need lithium, and I think there's only like 2 major ones in the world. This Albemarle and is it Lit? No, that's an ETF. Shoot, that's an ETF. I can't think of the name of the other company. But here's the other lithium play. Look at that. Looks like it's ready to break, right? So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. But a huge pullback, down 25%. So if you want a deal, I mean, these are something to start looking at. What else? What else? I got some. Did I pull up my NVIDIA? You just add to your long-term portfolio VTI, EEM, ARC. I think that's good, man. I really like, to tell you the truth, I like the ETFs right about now, or mutual funds, anything that's just a bunch of stocks in it, because at least you always own the envelope, right? And you're getting more envelopes, and they're putting the stocks in the envelope. So when they turn it around, you're going to, for the most part, turn it around. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I like that, because some of these stocks are just like, and if you're in it for the long term, yeah, accumulate. I think this is perfect. You don't really want them to go straight up, but I'm trading. I'm trying to trade here. I don't want it to go down. Let's put it that way. My trades need to kind of go up or sideways, and I don't really make too much money with it going down. I guess that's why I went to the put spreads. I guess to put credit spreads. So here's NVIDIA, same thing, channel. Here's the thing, man. These guys blew away earnings. They did well. And, I mean, they topped that in August. I mean, they didn't really have that run, like some of these stocks. So August, I mean, from here to here, do I got months? August, September, October, November, December, January. Basically 7 months just sideways doing nothing. Now that does set up for an extreme move. Like this little monthly, that's a huge bull flag right there. But you don't want it really to go extend too much further out. Otherwise it won't be a flag no more. So I like it. I mean, for the most part, this stock has been going up. Here's some sideways months, about 4 months, but up, down, up, down, up. And you really didn't have a period of this sideways action like this. So you look at these stems, and it seems like this is happening to a lot of stocks. They just reach these upper ends, and you can see they just selling. I mean, the sellers are sitting up here knocking it down. So that's what's happening here. But then you can see down here we got some buyers. So the sideways action, we'll see what happens. The last couple of days, other than even today, it was only down 0.88%. But the last couple of days, let's pull up the hourly. You can see right here from there to, I got the wrong drawer. It's been, something's been going on. It's up 6%. Right, 6% in 3 days. It's not bad. Right, so I like it. But it's, for the most part, it's still going sideways, We was talking about the chips, SMH. Let's pull it up. Look at that. I'm looking at the hourly. Look at these moves. Look at that volatility. Talk about, I mean, too bad I'm not a trader like that, because this is something you can be in and out. Let's pull up the weekly from top to bottom. 15.86%. And from top to where it is right now is, what is that, 9%, 9.54. So basically, let's call it 10% down. So this is an ETF you can get into if you believe in the chip shortage. Ever since we had the shortage, and this is what I don't understand. I don't know. The chip companies have been down. You figure, well, there's a shortage. These guys should be cleaning up, but maybe they can't make the chips. I really don't know what's going on with that. But I do know that stocks are down. And but this is something to accumulate as well. If you believe in the chips and that whole industry. That's it, man. That's all the stuff that I think I wanted to drill into. Here's another stock I'm getting kind of killed, and I'm still holding on to it, and that's Intuitive Surgical. But the reason why I'm still holding, I like it, by the way, but it's just doing what the market's doing. So it's nothing really, it's still up there in its highs. So I've been holding on to that one. I think I got this and booking. I got straight calls, call leaps. I usually don't, that's not the way I trade. and they've been working out for me. But what I'm learning is I lose it. I lose my profits really fast to damn near where I go in negative. And that's why I just don't like calls. But I've been playing them. I've been playing them because I don't know. I don't know why I've been playing them. But definitely not my style. I need to stick to my style. That's what I'm learning in this this pullback, by the way, is hurting me more than any other pullback. Even 2000, the COVID one. I think because my portfolio grown and got a lot bigger, and therefore the hits are harder. If that makes any sense. Percentage wise, I guess it's probably okay. But yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, and probably because I got some of these calls. It's just not my style. Not my style. I'm a spread guy. Let me see something. He said the only option play I'm still in is Peloton 110 put debit spread. Oh, I think you're good on that one. Peloton's been getting amazing. That support, that 100 area. I mean, they're scooping it up in that area. I think you're good. I don't know when it expires, but yeah, it was even up 3.48% today. Still got this. All right, I had the 60 Peloton. I had the 6100, and when it dropped the first time, when it dropped like to here, I think I sold the 100s. I bought them back, so now I'm straight calls in Peloton. Then it dropped here to 100. You see them? They bought it up quick, and so it seems like they got some buying in this zone. And I like the action today. I think this thing would have been up a lot higher today if it wasn't for such a shitty market. I mean, this thing was at 116 today, right? So it opened here, 109. Yeah, this thing was up 6.2% today on its high. That was awesome, you know, because the market wasn't doing all that. What was this at 2 o'clock, 2:30? I'm gonna pull up the cues. I'm already looking at the difference. Okay, so 2:30, the cues were flat. It was up 0.4. So you see, Peloton was really doing its thing, and this right here, it just gave in. It couldn't take that pressure, right, of selling off. So it just fell with all the sinking ships for the most. But still, it still had a 3% day. So to me, I think it goes a lot. I think it goes back to at least that 150 range. You know me, I still believe in it. I think it goes back to that 150 range, and then makes up its mind, you know, to see if it wants to break through, go higher. Look at this downturn, by the way. There's no real volume associated with this, right? So here's the downturn. That's huge. But look at the volume. It's not really there, right? So that's a sign. That's a positive sign. See the volume here with this downturn? You see the volume up way above the average. I mean, they didn't even hit average volume on that downturn. So that's something to look at. That's positive. Positive. That means I don't know what it means. It means the stock it's fake. It's fake. Remember, you always want to look at volume to see if it's real or fake. Volume is truth, right? So if the move, like, man, wow, you know, Peloton up 6%. Let's look at the daily. You see, so it was up 6% today, right? But look at the volume. The volume was even there. You know, it's above the average. So volume is truth. If you see a move, just look at the volume. And if you got volume, it's true. If you don't, it's false. That's how I look at it. That's how I play volume. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Look how when the volume, look at that move right there. It's crazy. It just dried up here. It just, you know, I'm looking at all of this volume, and then right at December, it just dried up. We're not even above at the averages. It's like, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Anyway, you said January 20. Oh, okay, now you're trading like me. That's a guaranteed trade you just did, in my opinion. Guaranteed. I don't care what the percentages or the deltas say. Peloton is going to be over, what did you say, 100 and 110? I think you said 100. I'm squinting. Yeah, you said 100, 110. It will be above 110, in my opinion, January 22, a year from now. And if it's not, you'll probably know way before that. And when it is, I guarantee with that where the stock is now and your trade, you're basically almost doubling your money. You're probably somewhere around 45. I mean, somewhere like 90%. If you put in 500, you're gonna make 440 or something like that. It's awesome trade. You just gotta be patient, you know. And if you keep putting on trades like that, you'd be killing it, and killing anybody day trading. You know, that's the way I trade. I've been getting caught in some of the frenzy with the calls and stuff like that as well. But but the thing is, see, when I go calls, I usually do it on those big stocks. I do calls on Amazon, leaps. So we talking $20,000 calls. You know, that's the kind of the positions I put on, because when they move, right? Your 20,000 will turn into like 50,000, like that. You know, so those are the calls that I put on. Of course, though, if it's something like this and the calls are not that expensive, you just buy a whole bunch of calls. Same thing. It's really the same thing. But yeah, I believe in it. I'm at the 150s. I don't really like owning those out of the money calls. I like them because, of course, you know, when it starts going up, man, oh man, it's beautiful. But I'm more of a, I like to be closer to the money. That way, you know, if let's say it doesn't get to where it is, I didn't lose all my money. If I lose all your money on that, something really went wrong with the stock, you know. But out of the money, when you're way out, you might lose all your money. You know, you can lose all your money on any option, but of course the chances are when it's out of the money, greater. But that's a great trade. I like that. I like that trade. That is exactly the trade I put on. Oh, so I put on this Amazon trade similar. Remember I said in the other video, I said, yeah, I put on this Amazon trade. And same thing. I sold the, the thing is I was so pissed because the next day Amazon went down $100. I was like, God damn it. I think here. I sold the 3,100, 3,000. I think I did that for 5,000 or something like that. 3,100, 3,000. A year out? Let me pull out to basically I'm saying Amazon is gonna be above this area come, let's say it's January 22. It's over, it's about a year or over a year. I mean, that's a good trade. The odds of that is with a stock like Amazon, I mean, yeah, the odds of that is great. So keep an eye on it. And as long as it finishes above 3,100 where it is now, I doubled my money. I doubled it, you know. I'm making 100% a year on my money. You can't beat that. And it's a low, I mean, a high probability. Even though the option won't say it is, that's why you want to do it on stocks that are going up. Up. You can't do it on bullshit stocks. You can't, that's when you don't do it on a bullshit stock. You got to do it on stocks that are going up. Okay? That got good growth. Not bullshit growth like a Beyond Meat or something like that. You know, where it's growing and it's not. You know, speaking of it, let's pull it up. Yeah, you see you see the chop, that's the kind of action you'll get. So let's say if you was back here and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sell it, you know, this thing's all over it's all over the map. So you can't do it on a stock like this. It's all over. It's just doing nothing. So you gotta do it on like a Microsoft, an Apple, Amazon. Peloton, I like it. The growth is there. They're going to straighten out their supply problems. And if we notice, a lot of these companies got supply problems. It's making me go, what the hell's going on out there? Is it because there's so much demand trying to come back? You know, I don't know. But damn. But yeah, so they'll straighten it out. I always feel like this. I'm never worried about a company that has revenue. And so if you're beating huge on the top line and you're not beating on the bottom line, it's going to work itself out, right? You just got to straighten things. That's like you having a job and you're bringing in huge paychecks, huge, and you keep getting raises, but, you know, you're kind of household poor for the most part. You got, and you know what it is. You're like, yeah, man, I better stop buying all of these toys. Yeah, I don't need the quad no more. Let me get rid of that. Okay, I don't need no Sea-Doos. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, you know, you can kind of clean it up. As long you're still bringing in the money, and you know you're gonna be all right. The problem is when you ain't making enough money, because even if you're cut, you still not making enough money. You still got problems. So that's I always like a company. Matter of fact, I don't even look. I'm not saying this is when I do look at fundamentals. All I look at is the top line. Are you making money on top line? Are we growing that top line like, you know, like Yahoo is a good way to look at that. Let me see if I can bring in Yahoo. Is it finance.yahoo.com? I usually pull it up on my phone. I'm not used to the app. I mean, I'm not used to the desktop. Let me see. Where's those? What is it? The financials. Is that it? Yeah. See the app. You just kind of swipe right. I think. Here we go. That's what I look at. Look at that revenue. Boom. Look at that. Just straight up to the moon. And then you can see they having problems on the bottom line. So you see and we're just looking at the graph, right? They are just bringing in the money. So they have no problem selling shit, but they have problems. And I guess we know with Peloton, this is basically like supply chain getting the shit out. But that to me, that's a quality problem, a high quality problem, and they'll straighten it out. So you can see they're doing a little bit of this shit. One of these days, they're gonna straighten it out. I have confidence in them. Okay, so as long as they keep selling this shit, and that's what I look at. I'm not saying it's right. It's just what Andre, the truck driver, looks at. Okay, I just look at top line. I want to see it look just like that. Just like that, you know, and it always works out. And generally, when you see that, the stocks are going straight up too. You never really see this, and the stock is doing crap, you know. So, and this is when they'll sell it off. Oh my God, you're negative 195 million. They selling it off hard. That's your chance to scoop it up, you know. So that's me. Julie Boss says sideways action is always good, babe. Yes, it is, isn't it? Isn't it? The only play I'm still in this Peloton. So I guess did you give up on your what was it? Your AMCs? Matter of fact, AMC was up after the hours. Let me see something. It was weird because GameStop was down and AMC was up, but AMC didn't report, and they down 30 cents. I think they was up a couple of bucks. I was looking at them. I've been looking at it ever since you brought it up, and I don't know. I feel that you can't, like the GameStops, this and whatever. I don't think you could do technicals. I don't think you could do financials. What is it? Fundamentals. I don't think you could do fundamentals because it's trade on total manipulation on however the wave is. If they want to buy it, they buy it. You know, I don't know. I don't know what is trading on. Even though this looks kind of technical. I can kind of sit here and say, wow, you know, I could draw that line, right? I could draw that. So when you look at that line, it's been bouncing here all the time. So maybe we do get that bounce right there because it bounced here and bounced here. So I guess there's some technical in here, right? So if it breaks that, you sell. Let's see what happens with AMC. The volume, it's kind of thinning out, but then again the average is going up. I don't know. All right, so that's it, man. That's my video. You guys got any other questions, any stock you want me to pull up? I tried to pull up, you know, my universe. This is one thing where I say, you know what, okay, yeah, my channel sucks. I see why y'all watch the other channels. Because my universe of stocks is small. It's small. I just try to make money on a handful. And I had said these in earlier videos. I just try to learn how some of the other stocks is trading. And yeah, that's how I trade for the most part. So I just totally lost my thought. Oh man, what was I just talking about? Yeah, my universal stocks is small, so y'all know me. It's the Amazons, Googles. It's those big stocks, man. Those big stocks. I like them because when I'm selling put spreads in them, you can get way out of the money and still make a decent credit. Now, of course, they can fall like that hard because they're big stocks, but generally they don't, right? Generally when they do, the market's fucked up. I mean, like if Amazon falls 200 points, man, we got some big problems, you know. So you could sell those out of the money puts on those and get creative and still make a decent credit. So that's why I like some of those big boy stocks. um a lot of times the option liquidity is terrible, right? The bid ask is, you take a hit on it, but you know, if you're still getting a credit, if you're still getting a good, decent size credit with meat on the bone, you take it. You know, you take that trade. You just got to be confident. You don't want to be flipping like I'm in, I'm out, because then you're going to get hit on that bid ask twice, and then it's going to kind of, you're going to most likely lose money. So that's the deal. So those are the stocks I trade, and I try to look at everything else just to be aware, but I don't know if I do a good job with that. I'm always interested in what everyone else is talking about, but I don't necessarily make a play on it. I actually, to tell you the truth, like stocks that no one's talking about, that's good stocks. Like for a while there, Google, no one was talking about it, right? It was just, and now it's kind of one of the best fangs right now. 2040, it was up today. Yeah, look at that sideways action. It didn't even fill that gap yet. Most likely this is going to go higher. This is something that, damn, that looks steep. Look at this thing just stepping, boy. Just up, up, up. I mean, it's just, you just see that pattern. Here, something went wrong. But since October 5th, 2020, oh, that was just last year. Anyway, it's just up, you know, it's just doing its thing. It could pull back to this trend line, though. And that's one thing about Google. Yeah, that's one thing about Google for sure. It gives you the pullbacks. It gives it to you. So it's not really a stock that you just have to get in. I gotta get in. It's going without me. You know, you can see that trend line. It gives them to you. Yeah, so it'll probably pull in somewhere. Or it could continue to go sideways and just catch up with that trend line, right? And that will be somewhere right about here, and that's in May, right? So if we continue to go sideways until May, it catches up with the trend line, then off to the races. You said you've done trading individual stocks with options. You've been only trading Qs, SPYs, diamonds, and going out about 4 weeks. Are you talking about with put credit spreads? And that's, you know, it's a trade-off. You don't really get the credit on those the credits you're looking for on those ETFs, but then again, you don't have that single stock risk where you wake up and, can you imagine being in a big credit spread like on Amazon? You wake up and you hear, like, you know, Bezos in a car accident or something like that, and you know, down 8-9%. This blows right through both strikes of your spreads. You know, so you don't really get that. You're not going to get that with the ETFs, and you don't really get the credit that you're looking for. But it's steady. You could sleep at night. You know, things are not just going to get crazy. It can, like when COVID started. You know, I'm actually worried about that now. I really don't need us to wake up and the market's down like 2% or something like that. It's really gonna mess me up big. You know, because I should have got out today, but I don't want to get out on a panic either. You know, I want to get out like let's say, you know, my delta right now is 20. I'm looking to kind of get out. I'm right on the fence. So we see maybe we can open flat tomorrow, even if it's a little down, but just not huge. And then I can kind of look at it and say, all right, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Like that. That's how I like to do it. I don't want to get blown through. But that's the safe way to do it. And by the way, and everybody that, if you ever come in somebody or watch their videos, and yeah, I trade the credit spreads on the Qs, the diamonds, and all that stuff. By the way, IWM took a huge hit today. I'll pull it up in a second. But anytime you hear, yeah, that's their thing, that's because they took one of them big losses on on one of them big stocks. By the way, Tesla, if you remember, I made a killing selling. I was selling big, wide credit spreads on Tesla for the longest, and one day it got me. It got me that week when Elon said the stock price is too high, and that's what I'm talking about. He wait, oh yeah, stock price too high. Boom, things down 5% like that. Yeah, IWM small caps down 3.63. I don't like that at all. Now it's coming in on a trend line. I got two. Let's get rid of this one. Well, I'll keep them both up for now because you can see there's really like two trend lines happening here, and it blew through this one, that first one. So now I'm gonna get rid of it. Remove drawing, and now we got this one. So all is good, right? We're still on that trend. What kind of bothers me a little bit, this being an ETF as well, 2,000 stocks here. So they was just dumping small caps. I just don't like that velocity coming into the trend line. Like down through, it just seems like it wants to slice right through it. We'll see tomorrow. It's right at where it should bounce tomorrow. Tomorrow, this should be up. It's right there. So we'll see. In the after hours, it's up $1. It's up. The bid ask is 217.84, 217.95, and it closed at 217.06. So basically up $1 in the aftermarket. So that's cool. So hopefully we get a bounce and keeps riding that trend line. But that was huge down for an ETF, down a 2,000 stock ETF. Down 3.63%. It was dumping all those small caps. So yeah, this is out of the ones you mentioned. I imagine IWM's most volatile is also the one that you're going to be able to get the most credit from. You said it's been yeah, and it has been time. So it's not even like wow, oh my God, because look at that. There's the monthly. That's all you need to know. That's crazy. But I tell you what, JRH, keep your eye on this monthly, because when you look at it like that, it could easily slice through that thing and come down a lot, right? I mean, that's extreme. Is it gonna hold that? I gotta be honest with you. I don't think so. I don't think it's holding that velocity or that altitude. Look at that thing, right? So we was zoomed in on the daily, and that's why I was worried. Like, you see, everything is all good on the daily, and I just don't like that velocity coming into this line. But we'll see. And you see the weekly. Weekly is even all good. It's that monthly. That monthly, there's no way that's sustainable, in my opinion. That is not sustainable. So it will cut through, but hopefully it cuts through sideways. Hopefully it just starts kind of just chopping this way, and this way, and, maybe slowly going down something. But yeah, that's what's going on there. I like it. I want it to be more diversified. And I looked at the diamonds today. I forgot why I put the SPY on. And that's even. Wow. Yeah, I could just see the market just pulling back a lot. SPY. We had a hell of a rally. I'm just looking at these things on the monthly. Wow. It could be over. Maybe that's it. That run was everything we was expecting, and that's why I want to keep an eye on Adobe. I mean, check out their earnings. They really blew it out. And it's only up $2. That's nothing. So if these guys can't hold it, it's gonna be. And same with Nvidia. Nvidia was trading at 600 when they reported fantastic earnings. Went straight down to 500. Not straight. It worked its way all the way back down to 500. So let's see what happens with. It just goes to tell you that how could they continue to go up if they're doing basically the bar is just too high. They can't. It's too high. They can't beat it. Even though it's weird though, because I guess it's more like the whisper numbers, right? They come out and say, yeah, we expecting this number and we expecting this guidance, and they blow those away, and it's still like, well, because it's that whisper number, and I don't know what that is. There's a website called whisper.com or some crap like that. You can kind of see the whisper number, and that's what they need to beat. And it's high. Or I don't know. I don't know. That's why I just don't play earnings. I just don't know what it's gonna do. You just don't know, So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. You better put the spread. You bearish on the top. Yeah, it just looks that way. I mean, they was blaming it on the 10-year. Now the yield is down and it's still going down. Okay, now what are you gonna blame it on? So Europe, by the way, yeah, they going on lockdown again. But bottom line, the vaccine is out. Okay, so you're locked down for another 3 weeks. Big deal. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And ours comeback is going good. I think over the 100 million, more than 1/3 of the United States is vaccinated. A lot of states is going to anybody. Some states are, I think, 40. Supposedly, I think Biden said April 1st, is it? Or is it May 1st? He wants everyone be able to get the shot, meaning no more age limits, first responders. If you're available, go get it, whatever. And so it's going ahead of schedule here, but I guess it's not overseas. I don't know what's going on over there. But I'm seeing we have some clubs that's open, and these things are packed, and it's like, I could see it. I could see the pent up demand. Just people just wanting to get. I even want to get out. I mean, and I'm not even that kind of person. It's just like, just need a break. It was a rough year. Even it's just a rough year. Deaths and just being in mask. Some people not having a job. Some people just not making enough money, and it's crazy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I appreciate you guys sticking in there with me. All my regulars. That's who's in here. Jewelry Box. It's my girl. Cashmatic, Mr. JRH. And, well, that's it. Seems like I'm missing something. I'm missing exclamation thoughts. And I'm missing Mary. Okay? She's not in here all the time. So those are the other two. All right, y'all. So thanks for watching, y'all. And, sorry I haven't been on, every day. I want to be on every day, but I just don't be motivated. I don't know, maybe because the market's not going up. I'm working. I don't know what the hell it is. I'm hungry, tired. I'll come home, watch movies. And I got some other stuff on my mind I'd rather not talk about. But it's like, yeah, I got to get on here. So that's why I decided to go live. Because let me just go live. That way I don't have to edit, do nothing. And then since I haven't been on much, you can kind of come on and ask me a question. Somebody in my comments said, "Hey Dre, man, I like your lives. I really love your lives." I don't know who it was though. I'm like, is your name different in the lives? And I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks. I appreciate that." Oh man. All right, so thanks for watching, y'all. I am out of here. I really like your trade, Mr. JRH. Remind me, we got to talk a year from now. See how it works out. I think you're okay. But I think as long as you see those revenue numbers come up, you're fine. And this seems huge buying support at that 100 area. Maybe if it breaks that area and starts to go down towards 90 and 80, maybe we could be in jeopardy. Like, oh shit, it's kind of broken, But I don't think it's gonna do that. But I don't know. I didn't think it would actually touch 100 again personally. And once it touched it the first time, like it came out from 150 or 160, then came back and touched 100, then went right back to 150. I didn't think we was going back to 100, and sure enough, we came back. So who am I? But I think you're good, man. You're good on that trade. All right, so thanks for watching, y'all.